Hi there, good morning everyone. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their reflux, bloating, IBS, painful digestion, SIBO, candida, all those kind of things. And I do it with state-of-the-art gut testing. If you've got hormone problems, we can look at hormone testing as well, or chronic fatigue and any kind of associated testing we need to do with that. And I use dietary and lifestyle upgrades, supplements, etc. to get things working much better for you and get you feeling yourself again. So organic food, is it really worth the extra money or not? And what should we be watching out for if we do choose to buy organic food either all the time or occasionally? But basically what organic food refers to is the fact that produce has been grown without the use of any artificial pesticides, fertilizers, and of course that is not genetically modified. So there are real benefits to eating organic for not only our own health, but also for the planet as well and for our environment. So with organic crops, they tend to use natural fertilizers such as manure and so on, which actually get in and nourish the soils. But if you use artificial pesticides and artificial fertilizers, it tends to deplete the soils quite a lot. So there's that aspect to consider as well. But going back to your specific health in your body, if you tend to consume more organic produce, the nutrient profiles are so much richer. Scientists have done studies and they've actually shown that, the antioxidant level and micronutrient level in organic produce can be up to, 60% higher. Sometimes they're going to have maybe over 50% more vitamin C and things like that. So it's really worth considering switching to organic if you can. Of course, it can get a bit pricey though, but I'll come on to that in just a second. So you could be looking at really consuming an extra couple of portions of fruit and veg every day just because you've switched to organic, which is really worth bearing in mind, because that's quite a significant increase there, especially if you struggle sometimes with eating enough fresh food. So the reason for that is because organic produce doesn't rely on artificial pesticides or fertilizers artificial pesticides really to protect itself. So it has to produce more of its own protection, and that comes in the form of antioxidants, which of course is super good for us as well. So the more of those we're eating, then the much healthier that we're going to be. We're going to just have tons more of those nutrients on board. So one food group I would definitely look at switching to organic if you're not already is dairy, because if you're not having organic dairy, it's going to be full of antibiotics and other medications that are given to the herds. It's also going to have, organic is going to have much higher nutrient levels as well. It's going to have more omega-3 for a start. It's going to be richer in vitamin E and richer in iron. So it's really worth switching up to organic dairy if you can. Of course, if you tolerate it. If you don't tolerate it, you're not going to tolerate organic either. So if you are a dairy eater, then switching over to organic dairy is definitely worth doing. But that said, what I wouldn't do is go all out and think you have to eat everything organic. You absolutely don't. Some organic versions of things are ridiculously expensive. I'm thinking like nuts and seeds here are crazy expensive to have the organic version, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But if you could maybe think about switching over maybe one or two, maybe more portions of fruits and veg over to organic every week, even that is going to help you. Stick to the things that aren't too much more expensive usually, is the way to go. And also I would be looking at stuff like, if you think what is more susceptible to pests, that will give you an idea of what's likely to be more heavily sprayed. So things like berries, so your strawberries, blueberries, and things like green leafy vegetables are really susceptible to bugs, so they're always going to be more heavily sprayed. Whereas things with thicker skins, such as melons and avocados, the pesticide doesn't kind of permeate them quite so much. So they are, you know, not necessarily going to be that much more beneficial to buy organic. They will be more beneficial, but not so much. So if you kind of think about susceptibility to pests, that's a good kind of area to focus on, which will really help you. Strawberries, I'm thinking of specifically, can be incredibly heavily sprayed, and they just soak up all that pesticide as well. So if you're going to switch out anything, I would definitely be looking at switching out strawberries there. The other thing to look out for as well is pre-packaged organic food. Pre-packaged food is never going to be great for you, usually. The bog standard stuff, it's going to always be full of sugar, and it doesn't matter if it's organic sugar or not, it's still sugar. It's still going to have the same effect on you. And also it's going to contain a lot of trans fats as well, and salt, which also aren't great. So I mean, if you're stuck and you have to have pre-packaged food, that's a different matter, and you're not having it all the time, then you can kind of look out for an organic version, which will be better for you. But I would, as a general rule, day-to-day living, still be avoiding having any kind of organic pre-packaged processed foods as well. And I would be, you know, certainly avoiding anything labelled organic, like a fizzy drink or anything like that. It's still a fizzy drink, it's still full of sugar, and it's still going to be not great for you. Okay, so I hope that gives you a bit of an idea about what to look for with your organic produce, and whether it's going to be worth you trying it occasionally. And if you would like any more information about testing or anything, just pop me a DM info and I'll get some over to you. And also, if you did find this useful, do like and share. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.